YouTube? This is your girl Samantha Sweets and welcome back to my channel. Guys, when I start a video off like this and I don't have a headband on, especially to the new Sweetie Squad, because you're probably like, what is going on? This is how you know this is going to be a serious video. There's not going to be no talks about makeup in this. This is a serious video that will be talked about a person's life, basically. I don't wear headbands. I rarely wear makeup. I just want to get straight to the point. So if you are new to my YouTube channel, what's up? I'm your girl Samantha Sweets. Please make sure you hit the subscription button below and give this video a big thumbs up. And let's jump into the story. I hate doing videos like this. I really do, because I really put myself in the person's shoes. And it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. On March 13th, 2020, a 26-year-old Black woman, it doesn't matter, she's Black, and my disclaimer for this video right here is that there's no racial profiling in this video. There is nothing racial profiling coming from my lips. You might feel that way, and I apologize if you do. This video is to talk about saying her name. I want the world to say her name because of what had happened. It's not fair. And I truly feel that another huge, I don't even know what the word is. I would have to say catastrophe, like with the George Floyd, is about to emerge, if not already. So my disclaimer is, if you're about racial profiling, please do not stay on this video. I can see you guys on the rest of my videos, and please do not unsubscribe or judge me in any type of way. I believe all lives matter, including Black lives. Every life matters, even the police lives matter. But in this case, they need to right the wrong. Breonna Taylor, 26-year-old Black African-American female, was gunned down in her own house on March 13, 2020. She was gunned down by the police. I'm sure a lot of you guys heard this story. If you did not hear this story, please listen. The police have gone on interviews, and I'm going to leave that interview so you can see why I am so angry, why I am so upset, why I am so disgusted in these police. This is the, I believe, Louisville, Kentucky Police Department on March 13, 2020, close, so we'll have to say midnight to 1 o'clock in the morning because they keep on messing up the times, came to the door, basically, a whole bunch of them, okay, came to her apartment door. She was living in there with her boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, and mind you, neither of these people have any type of criminal background. Neither of them. In fact, she was an EMT herself. She was an EMT worker, and the saddest thing about it is that her mother, who was just so worried that her daughter was going to end up dying from the virus, ended up dying a different kind of way. The last day of her life was amazing. She spent it with her boyfriend. They went to the movies. They went out to eat. They played, I think they said they played a board game or something, and then they went to lay down and watch a movie, Freedom Riders. They were laying in their bed when they heard banging on their door. According to the police officer, because I always like to get both sides. I'm sorry guys, this clip is really bothering me. I like to get both sides of the story. I listened to what the boyfriend had to say. I listened to what the police officer had to say. And let me just tell you something. The police officer's interview with Michael Strom, whatever his name is, does not make sense. It does not add up, okay? So they supposedly banged on the door 3 times. This is an apartment building. So there's other apartments surrounding her apartment. And if you're a neighbor, you're going to hear if someone says your name at the door, announcing your name. The police officer stated they bang, bang, and said, this is the sheriff's office. This is the police department. Police, police. And they kept saying that they have a search warrant. Police, search warrant. Police, search warrant, is what the police officer said. They banged 6 times in total, is what they said. And they announced their name every time, is what the police officer said. According to the neighbors, they never heard the word police. According to Kenneth Walker, the boyfriend of Breonna, never heard the name police. about you, but if I'm a woman or a man and I don't have any type of criminal background and someone is saying police, I'm going to open the door. For someone that's possibly a drug dealer or has done wrong, they're probably not going to want to open the door. So all of a sudden, boom, they break the door down and Kenneth fires the first shot. They are in the pitch black. Why nobody turned on the lights is something that still to me bothers me to this day. No, pitch black. She's holding her Breonna's holding her boyfriend's hand. He does have a gun. He was licensed to have a gun. And he fires the first shot. As Kenneth says, he's not trying to kill anybody, so he fires to the floor. Unfortunately, it shoots the first officer in the thigh. In the leg, something like that. Either way, you're going to survive if it didn't hit a main artery. But you know where I'm going with this. One shot was fired. The police shot. Brrr! Kenneth Walker said it sounded like a war zone. The neighbor said it sounded like the army had busted in. One police officer shot 5 times. Another police officer shot 10 times. And the last officer shot 16 times. Why? Why would you shoot that many times in a small apartment knowing that there are most likely people inside? And I know they knew there were people inside because even the officer who did the interview, I'm getting mad, did the interview, he said, we heard them come to the door. At least we thought we heard them come to the door. So think, whatever, you know there's somebody occupied in that dwelling and you're just going to shoot that many times? Fortunately, Kenneth Walker was never shot. Breonna Taylor was shot 5 times and was left there to die. They take Kenneth Walker. Now, mind you, he calls his mother first. And the police now have left the building. They're like in the middle of the hallway, which one of the officers who has been prosecuted, but only for attempted, I can't even think of the word, but attempted something because he shot into an apartment. It wasn't attempted murder or anything like that. I forget what it was because even the celebrities are like, what the hell kind of charge is that? We never even heard that kind of charge. Were the officers white? Yes, but it doesn't matter. It matters that they were police officers and you don't train to kill. You're not trained to kill. Okay? You're there to serve and protect. Let's not get that mixed up. Now, you're not trained to kill. You're there to serve and protect. So they're now walked away. Breonna lays on the floor, gasping for air, about almost to her end. He calls his mother and says, Mom, people have broken into the house and have shot Breonna. He says people. Kenneth Walker still does not know that it is the police. He still doesn't know. His next phone call is to the police. Why? Why on earth would Kenneth Walker call the police if he knew it was the police? You're not going to call the police on the police. So then Kenneth said that he saw the police rushing in and he thought that they were there to help Breonna. They were there because he called the police. They were there to arrest him for attempted murder because he shot at the police. They took him downstairs and all he kept saying was, please somebody check on Breonna. Please somebody check on Breonna. He just wanted to make sure his girlfriend was okay, knowing that she was not looking good when he last saw her. He ended up calling her mother as well and letting her know what's going on. Breonna's mother rushed to the scene and was looking for her baby girl. Guys, this is where it gets very sickening to know that there are people out there that talk or look upon people like this. The police officers go back into the house and they're still not worried about Breonna. They're still looking for the so-called drugs because that's what they were there for. And I'm going to get all to that in the end. Police cams, right? You heard one officer And I'm linking that video in the description box so you can know how disgusting this man was. The police officer walks past and says, "She's done." Guys, rage of tears fills my eyes. She's not a cake. She's not a brownie. She's not a cookie. She's a human being. She's a sister, a mother. Well, she's not a mother. She could have been a girlfriend, a friend, a colleague, a coworker. She's a person. And for this officer to just say she's done, it's probably one of the most inhuman things I've ever heard in my life. That's how you talk about the passing. She's done. I'm going to try to finish this video. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I needed a minute. So, after saying that, one of the officers grabs her vest and is seen walking with it. And the mother says, "What are you doing?" "That's my daughter's." It was an EMT jacket. And he said, "Oh, she's an EMT?" "Yeah. You killed one of the good guys." Now back to Kenneth Walker. The way he found out that the love of his life, his best friend, passed was while he was in the jail cell, being retained for basically, I don't know, protecting himself, for self-defense. You see people breaking into your house, breaking down the door, and you're there to protect. You're trying to worry about your life and your girlfriend's. And he's in a jail cell waiting, and he hears about one woman dead on the TV. And that is how he found out Breonna Taylor passed. They tried their best to hold him, and in May, he lost. He didn't lose. The prosecution lost because he won his self-defense. If the police officers basically lied, okay, they lied trying to win this case, trying to pin this all on her boyfriend. They had the wrong boyfriend. So she had an ex-boyfriend, which I'm not going to say his name, but he was an ex, and supposedly he was a drug dealer, and he was supposedly selling drugs out of her apartment, supposedly. And supposedly she was getting illegal mark packages. The post office man came in for questioning. That's not true. I don't know at all what you're talking about. I have not a clue. Ask the neighbors. Do you guys know her? Oh, she's an EMT worker, lovely young lady, a great daughter. She has a boyfriend. He's a great guy too. This story makes me sick to my stomach. The police do not want to take responsibility for their actions. Was it a mistake? Of course. You still have to pay the consequences. Along with the interviews, the other two police officers didn't want to be questioned. And I roll my eyes at this. While interviewing the guy, he brings up George Floyd and said that George Floyd died because of an overdose. No! George Floyd died because a police officer basically asphyxiated him by putting his knee on his neck. We all know that. Overdose. Kenneth Walker is fighting for justice for his girlfriend and will never stop. And when people ask him, what can we do for you? Is there anything we can do for you? He always says the same thing. Say her name. Say her name. Breonna Taylor. I'm saying her name. And I pray that baby girl will have justice soon and that they right this awful wrong, because it's not fair. They have asked multiple celebrities, Oprah, Queen Latifah, George Clooney, Jessica Simpson. They've all said that it is wrong of how they've handled this case, and that they pray for justice as well. I didn't want to do this video to make anybody feel some type of way. I just wanted them to know her name. It's not fair. It's just not fair. She had a whole life ahead of her. So my heart, my prayers, my voice go to Breonna Taylor's family. And I pray they continue to keep fighting for justice, and that her story is told everywhere. Please. Say her name.